Gotta plug my power bank in here, guys. Already know it's. I don't know how long my phone will last in this weather, but it ain't real cold out. But tried going live a minute ago. It wouldn't let me flip the screen to take my thumbnail, so finally got it figured out. This is my other phone. But anyhow, we're gonna try to split up some of this maple here. Get some big rounds. A few of them got a lot of knots in them. This one on the ground has a big knot. If I can't get them split up, I'm gonna cut them in half with a 500i. So we'll see what happens here. Was gonna go live earlier, but as soon as I got out of here, I seen a few other people were live, so I watched their lives for a bit. Cooper, thanks for coming in and commenting. Make sure my comments are on all messages instead of top message. But anyhow, guys, I just have a few pieces of maple out here. This big one on the ground is my splitting block. I figured I'd get it split up. It's been sitting on the ground for a while now and pretty much done over here splitting. I'm gonna try to throw them in this rack though, just on top of the snow for now. You might slide out eventually, but just figure I'd get the last of these maple rounds in this bin and it'll be all my maple split up. So I'll start another bin here. Was gonna start another bin today, but I figured it's too much snow to move. Once I get these in there though, I'm gonna start a new bin here right to the right side of this one, so just for mixed, mostly maple and mixed whatever. So yeah, double tap. Thanks Tim for coming in and leaving a comment, Tim Reed. So we're gonna start, see if we can get some of this split up. Like I said, if it don't split, we'll fire the 500i up and rip them in half. It's mostly all knots other than this big giant one on the ground. It should split. It's not knots, but I'm sure it's frozen and frozen to the ground also. But we'll see what happens here. And could have brought my log splitter back, but it's just, what the heck, too much snow in the ground. I don't want to try to drag it through the snow and rip the hydraulic line off it. So I was going to plow a path back to here, but already it's a lot of work on my little Kubota tractor. It's about 200 yards back here. I'd have to plow a path. That's bad enough. I got to beat my truck through it to get back here, but I only got a path beat in with my truck. And like I said, I just don't want to run my Kubota. I already ran it 2 or 3 hours just clearing my driveway, so I figured I didn't want to beat it up trying to clear a path back into here. But snow and spinning and stuff is hard on equipment. You're almost better off moving gravel and dirt than snow. So anyhow, guys, we're gonna get the splitting. Thanks everybody for coming in. It says we got 57 people in here, 3 thumbs up. This thing's you can see, might be able to take some of this side off of it over here, but also a big knot here and here. So we'll have to rip it off. Yeah, I figured it'd be a pain. It's all knots. I'm gonna grab my helmet. Fogged up. I'm not using a pickaxe AC Addy. It's a Fisker X27. That's what I'm using. I don't know where I've seen a pickaxe, but I might need a pickaxe. Get that ice off top of that log. To be honest. Wow. The bark off it anyhow. that one. 500i. This one I don't think will be so bad, other than the big knot on the side. Here's snowmobile. This one shouldn't be so bad. Just that big knot on the side over there, but push it all split up. Hopefully, fairly easy. It's not all froze. I just try to buy an oil and ethanol 93, but I run ethanol in it too. Actually, since I've had that saw, I only bought non-ethanol fuel one time, but I've only filled up about 3 or 4 times since I've owned it. Maybe 5 at the most. I don't got too many hours on my 500i. I try not to use it a whole lot unless I need it. I got an 039 and a 590 Echo that got just about anything. So save that for the bigger stuff and I get pinched or something. So, but I would have brought my damn wood splitter out here. But it's just too much snow, like I was saying earlier, too much snow. If I drag it through the snow, I'm afraid it would break my hydraulic line. AC Addy, pretty good. Doing pretty good, thanks for asking. IR fan, I'm not sure what's wrong, what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to explain what you're trying to say, but thanks for coming in anyhow, leaving a comment. If you could hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Roll the ball over here so I cover the snow. Froze. Sounds pretty dry already. Work doing all that. too. You guys can see the grain in this thing. It's a real pain to split it. Go. Yeah, that one's gonna be a real pain. At least cut it in half, and then I'll probably just save it for the splitter.
It being frozen and nice. Nice wood, that stuff's bark's falling right off. It's pretty much dry already. Nice maple. Couple ones pretty dry for sure. Yeah, give up on that other half of the log. It's big, just a big knot, not worth trying. We'll try to split up this base. I'm splitting log just because it's been on the ground. Been on the ground for a while. So Sorry guys for missing your comments. The comments quit coming in there after the IR fan said it is wrong, and then ACI said what Mr. what MR, and then that's the last comment I seen, guys. So I don't know if a lot of times my comments they freeze up for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's because I put it on all messages or what. I guess they're still working. There's Craig. Thanks for coming in, Craig. Hello. Figured I'd go live for a little bit. I was watching Willie live, and then his live messed up. I was watching another live for a little while, and then I just figured I'd wait a while till their lives were over, so before I went live. But thanks for coming in, Craig. Live 36 minutes now. We're just gonna split this. Try to get this base split up here. My splitting block, get it off the ground if it ain't froze to the ground. It's almost too heavy to try to lift on my splitter. Anyhow, I was saying earlier about I can't get my splitter out here right now. I don't want to drag it through the snow and bust the hydraulic line, and then it ain't really worth trying to plow a pathway back in here with my Kubota. Just too far, and it's an old BX 2200, just too hard on it. I already spent about 3 hours on my driveway, so trying to get it or got it cleared, but that was enough. I hate running it in the snow. Just too much snow for a shovel, though, I guess. I actually plowed my driveway twice. I hit it early the first day we got the snow, 'cause we got 20 inches of snow in 15 hours. And I'm glad I hit it early before we got all the snow, because I never pushed it with my little 22 horse Kubota. Would have never fished or pushed it. Let's see. I just got a bunch of notifications coming in. I don't know why all of a sudden. But anyhow, we'll see if we can get this last log here split up and in the bin, and then I'm gonna start another bin here right beside this one here once the snow starts to melt, or I might shovel out a spot if it don't melt. So I got some more wood I'm bringing in. I gotta put it somewhere it's mostly mixed, just a bunch of different stuff. Whenever I can get it back here, I can probably get it back here now, but it just ain't worth trying to go cut it right now in the snow. So I'm gonna start another bin for mix beside this one. This is mostly all maple here, a little bit of other stuff in there. I think it's pretty much all maple though. A little bit of cherry in there. That's about it. I'm gonna try to separate all my cherry. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna grab a drink here real quick, and I'll be back in a short minute here. This last log up. Murdy, I think your name's pronounced, I'm not sure. Thanks for coming in, saying hello, appreciate it. This log here will split up a lot easier than the last one. And that's way bigger. If it ain't frozen around. See the grain frozen on top. dirt stuck to the bottom of it. Definitely ain't no straight green wood. Need a bigger tractor. Big knot right there. You guys can see it, but here, I have to work my way around that. Otherwise, I'll be out of breath. Let's put through that. found the hard part. Get through that knot. Maybe not. This one might get 500 yards too. There. Squad pad bolt. That's no good. Nope. Well, we almost got it. Get down the center of it, it's all twisted up in a big knot. Aiden Flynn, Miro Saw, Long Dione. Thanks everybody for coming in. Any comments I missed? Sorry about that. Steel Cash, Melvin, Hideyoshi. Yeah, Aiden, I kinda can do the flick, kind of. I've always kinda done that, depending. But sorry if I missed any comments, guys. Yeah, once I get once I get this last few pieces split up here, I'll set my tire back up and I'll get my axe. I'll show you. I might be able to do what you're talking about, the flick technique or whatever. I don't do it a whole lot with my Fisker, but at least we got cold beverages out here today. That's always a plus. Let's go. We're good now. Now we got a mess. Big frickin' mess. See what my battery's doing here. Got 44%. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. I scrolled down on top of my phone. I didn't even click on nothing. It opened up another one of my notifications, I guess. I don't know if my phone is froze up or what. But all I did was swipe down and it opened up another notification, I guess. So anyhow, I think we're back here now. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. All I did was swipe down on the dang phone and it see my battery percentage, and it opened up a whole nother one of my notifications. I don't know if just the phone's cold or what the heck. I only touched it one time and it opened up something else. So that's kind of odd. Well, let's see if we can get this in the bin. That's what I like to see. It's still cutting good. I haven't even ever sharpened that chain yet. It's a brand new chain still. It's on my 039. I bought a 24-inch bar and chain for my 039, and I only had a 3-foot bar for my 500i, so I swapped them out. I got the 3-foot bar on my 039 at the moment. I figure I wouldn't lose it or nothing. I know where it's at least, and actually ran that 039 with a 3-foot bar just to see what it would do, and it actually got okay with it, surprisingly. It's only 64cc saw, but that old 039 I have, I've had it for 20 years. It's always been a good saw. It keeps up. It'll run a 24-inch bar with no problem. Seems like it spun that 36-inch bar pretty good too. So, sorry for missing any comments, guys. Scott Wright, how much snow did you guys get down there? He said he's from North Carolina. I heard you guys got a bunch. Certain spots seem like, I think Western like the western parts. The state didn't get much. Same with Tennessee, they get a lot down there too, I seen. I was watching it yesterday. Way more than they're used to anyhow. I seen some places go up to like 16, 18 inches of snow down there, and that's ridiculous for that area. So, I don't even know if you can buy a snow shovel down there. Some of them places. They said it was snowing in Georgia and Florida too yesterday. That's a stinking knot. Don't want to split. Get half and good enough. Good enough. Ton burner. Get my axe here. I gotta get through these. This is that knot too. Just I'll get hurt my axe. Big if. See, I don't care too much to do that flip technique or whatever the heck you call it, but I use it sometimes, but try to be careful with my handle. I don't swing it really at all when there's a flog on this side of the axe. But you can see this thing's, I've had this for a couple years and I haven't broke it yet, but I need to put a cover on it because this thing's, it's an old plumb. It's probably older than most people in the channel watching. But this is at least 67-year-old axe, and that's pretty sure that's the original handle, but it's hard to say. Kind of like a shovel. It's pretty old too. It's an old wooden handle shovel. Found out at a yard sale for I think $1. But you can see it's got its use. Take care of what you got and make it last. I'm glad I had that too, because a local dollar store and the hardware store didn't have shovels there about a week ago, and I can't find the plastic one anywhere. I think it's under the snow somewhere, so I'm glad I had my old metal one. Otherwise, I'd have been driving around looking for a snow shovel. I don't know why they were sold out. I guess everybody's like me looking for their snow shovel. There, get the flick. Let me ask about the flick. That's some nice wood there. You got the sun shining on it to make it look a little better. Not too much dirt sticking to it. Been on the ground, sitting out here on the ground for the last couple months, so that's why I'm out here today splitting. I got to get it off the ground and start building another container here.
And when the snow melted down, and then the ice and everything slide off. Some of it will. I think I'm going colorblind because I could have swore these gloves were yellow earlier. I walked in my house and I was wondering why my gloves look different. I think it's just because I was in the shade and want the sunlight. I don't know. I don't know what that was. The damn lighting of this. Some damn LED lights. You walk in your house and everything looks different than under an LED light. I could have swore these gloves are yellow. More like a fluorescent green color. But yeah, it seems like them LED lights, they mess with your eyes. Alright guys, we're going to split these last few pieces up here and then been live over an hour now, so we're going to end it after I get these few pieces in the bin. But Dindon said it's so cold here. Where are you at, Dindon? I'm in Pennsylvania. It was last 2 mornings we had 13 below here, but good thing we didn't have any wind from that storm that was south of us, because it would have really been cold then. Luckily we didn't have no wind, so a little bit of wind, but nothing. The real feel was still pretty much, it might have been a few degrees lower, but if we'd had wind the last 2 mornings, it'd have been like real feel close to 40 below. Or 2 years ago, we had, it was 37 below the real feel. So, Atten Rawit. Which place is this? I'm in Pennsylvania, East Coast. So, but anyhow, guys, we're gonna get these last few pieces split up here and give live a few more minutes, and then we're gonna end it. Yeah, Bradley, I've worked down in Cockerton. That's like down around Pittsburgh, if I'm thinking right. Pretty sure you're not far from Pittsburgh. I'm about an hour and a half north of Pittsburgh. Hour and 20 minutes, so. Not too far from the Allegheny River, where I'm at. Oh, okay, yeah, I was wrong then. I know I've been through there, I've heard of it, but I couldn't picture where exactly. So you're about an hour north of me then. Nice. I'm trying to get into doing more tree work. I just bought a chipper over the summer. I have a construction business, but I'm trying to get away from doing the construction. It's getting old. I've been doing it for 20 years, so I still like to do it, but I like to get away from it a little bit too, and seems like I get out on the tree jobs, the days just go by a lot faster, so I'm trying to go that route. I just finished up a few jobs in December, and it was pretty miserable trying to get them finished up myself. So isn't there a big Chevrolet dealership up there? Concord and Chevrolet, I think, if I'm thinking right. Could be wrong. But I know right where Meadville is. I've been up there. I go up there sometimes during the beaver trapping season, I go up there sometimes. Up by like Sandy Lake and stuff. It's not too far from Meadville. We got 161 people and 161 thumbs up. That's kind of odd, but if you guys could hit the like and comment, I'd appreciate it. Alright guys, we're going to call it that. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. At least it's finally starting to warm up a little bit my way anyhow. Later, Craig. And Rocco, thanks for coming in and leaving a comment. But anyhow, thanks everybody for coming in. Just remember guys, always be thankful for what you got, because it could always be a lot worse. So, we'll see you guys on the next one.